This is not just like a random black shirt. It actually says Happy Queeroween. So it's in theme. I wore it on purpose. I actually went to the dentist this morning, so my teeth hurt, and I'm very aware of their spatial relationship within my mouth in a way that I am normally not. So that's gonna add something fun to this video, I think, for me and no one else. Bibliophiles of the internet, my name is Adri, and today I'm here to do the Cozy Autumn Book Tag. This was created by The Book Bell, and I saw it on Sam's channel, Thoughts on Tomes, as well as Reagan's channel, Peruse Project, so all of their videos and all the questions will be included down below, so definitely check those out. With that said, let's jump right into question number 1, which is what book always reminds you of fall/autumn? Well, going forward, it is of course going to be Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, obviously, but to answer the question, it's probably a tie between Shelter by Jung Yun and Elizabeth Acevedo's The Poet X. The Poet X evokes the feeling of fall for me because it is in part about Xiomara going to confirmation classes, and it awakens this flashbulb memory I have of when I was forced to go to confirmation classes, and it just takes me back to those moments of standing with my sister on those cold fall evenings as we waited for someone to come pick us up from church. So that's a very specific to me kind of answer, but Shelter by Jung Yun I think perfectly encapsulates what a good autumnal book is all about. It's deeply but quietly unsettling and emotional, dark and twisted, with characters and scenarios that will leave you feeling cold inside but also moved in such profound ways. It is a truly tremendous, phenomenal book. Question number 2, what is your favorite autumnal book cover? This is such a tough question because I know I'm going to forget something and I don't want to say Cemetery Boys, even though it is the clear answer because I don't want to be ridiculed again, but my gut instinct has me going with We Set the Dark on Fire by Taylor K. Mejia. This is a stunning cover design because it definitely incorporates those deep dark autumnal colors of red and orange, but the fact that it's meant to imitate papel picado speaks to me personally because that decor is closely associated with Latinx celebrations and especially Dia de Muertos. Question number 3, what is your favorite autumnal drink to read with? I am not big on seasonal drinks. I don't really go for pumpkin spice flavored anything. I don't drink coffee and I don't like make drinks to drink while I read. I mostly just drink water, which I guess counts. When it does cool down, I do enjoy drinking tea in the evening. Mostly licorice teas or sweet root teas are my favorite. And if I happen to be reading a book while drinking said teas, that's just a happy coincidence. Question number 4, do you prefer to read late at night or early in the morning? As usual, I fall somewhere in between. I am an early bird, but that's because I run and I try to get most of my work done in the morning, so there's not much time for reading there. And then when it comes to the evening, I'm truly a viejito at heart. I keep a consistent bedtime because I cannot stay up late. If I take a walk in the morning, that's where I fit in most of my audiobook time, but I probably physically read most in the late afternoon and right before bed. But like I said, I hardly ever stay up late. I just can't do it. Those days are behind me. Can't do it. Can't do it. Number 5, Halloween is coming. What is your favorite spooky book? I am quickly going to say Cemetery Boys because it does apply in this case, and it is in fact the perfect Halloween read if you haven't read it yet. A classic spooky book I like to reread around Halloween is The Halloween Tree by Ray Bradbury, which was also adapted into a really excellent animated film on Cartoon Network, which Ray Bradbury actually narrates. It's this really lushly written story about a group of kids who are trying to meet up with one of their friends on Halloween when he's swept away by a dark, mysterious something, and then the remaining friends have to travel across time and space to try and get him back. Silvia Moreno Garcia has also blessed us with some really awesome spooky Latinx books. I definitely recommend Certain Dark Things, which is a gritty noir story about Mexican vampires, and Mexican Gothic, which is about a woman trying to escape a deeply cursed house. Ghost Squad by Claribel Ortega is also one I recently read and enjoyed. It's a really wonderful story about magic and ghost hunting if you're looking for that. Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado is definitely a collection worth mentioning as well. Each story is an absolute gut punch and deeply, deeply unsettling. It's definitely worth the read if you haven't had a chance to pick it up. Number 6, what is the ultimate comfort read for you? Fuck me, I'm gonna have to say it. At the risk of having my own ass handed to me, I do have to say my ultimate comfort read has definitely become Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I've read it so many times already. I know it backwards and forwards. When I listened to the audiobook, I was reciting whole parts of it line for line, the same way you sing along the lyrics to your favorite song. I guarantee I know that book better than you know that book, and going back to it is definitely an affirming and comforting experience. But I would have to say some other contenders would be The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones, Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, and In Other Lands by Sarah Reese Brennan, which are all books I know can bring me that instant serotonin boost. Number 7, what is your favorite autumnal reading snack? Again, I really don't eat while I read, like ever, unless there's some kind of time crunch, so I'm a pass. Number 8, what is your favorite autumnal candle to burn while reading? Me and open flames, we do not fuck with each other, we do not mix. I don't think we even have candles in this house because we're just not those kind of people, you know, besides some LED candles on our ofrenda, so once again, pass. Number 9, when you're not reading, what is your favorite autumnal activity? That's so hard to say because this year is going to be so different because of COVID, but on a normal year, my younger cousins would go trick-or-treating at this desert zoo outside of Palm Springs, and that's usually super cute, but obviously that's not happening. I also enjoy helping my family put together our ofrenda, but we already did that, so this year my introverted self is just going to enjoy my sweaters and my fall television. Fall means new TV shows, new anime, so I'm just going to be enjoying that as much as I can. And finally, number 10, what is on your autumn/fall reading list? So many things. Fall definitely gets me in the mood for like fantasy and magical stuff, so Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse is definitely up there. I've also been dying to read Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis, and another book that's been calling to me for quite some time is A Winter's Promise by Christelle Debos. I also have a digital arc of These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, which I definitely want to try and read before the release date. And also, if I hadn't already read them and loved the crap out of them, I would definitely be including Anna on the Edge by AJ Sass and Phoenix Extravagant by Yoon Ha Lee, both of which are extraordinary, so do your friendly neighborhood NB a favor and make sure they are on your list. So those are all the questions for the Cozy Autumn book tag. If you have a fall birthday or a birthday in the latter half of the year like I do, consider yourself tagged and let me know what's on your end of the year TBR in the comments down below. But that's everything I have for this book tag today. Until next time, educate yourself, be kind to yourself, take care of yourself, and I will catch you on the flip side of the page.